Dragon Age is a complete mess, and Endymion actually revealed that there was some early access given, and it didn't go well, my friends. This is looking like a bigger meltdown than we ever thought for the game. Now, there are a lot of pre-orders still, and there's less than there should have been because of all the botches they've made so far. It's not going to fail on the levels of Concord or Dustborn. Dragon Age as a brand is going to have a lot. I just got to caveat that for you guys in advance. But it is going to drop off really, really quickly because they have bastardized the lore of this. They've bastardized the setting. They've destroyed it, and they've turned it into a woke nightmare, and gamers do not want this. They really do not. We're going to get into what Endymion saw in just a second. Please smash that like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things video games, fantasy, and science fiction, especially in the culture. And if you like a lot of the setting of Dragon Age, I think you'll enjoy my Adventures of Baron von Monacle book series. I'm a science fiction and fantasy author, and this is my 6-book series. And it starts with For Steam and Country, which is all about just like a really nice nationalistic sort of vibe, going out on an airship and fighting monsters. A lot of fun. And that's what it was intended to be, just super fun. Now, it evolves into a beautiful, beautiful setting with an epic war going on, which I'm not going to spoil for you. You can check it out right here. It's all available on ebook, print, and audio. And thank you guys so much for making us such a success. We are having, we're actually almost, we've got a week left in the month, and we're like a few sales away from having our top month on Amazon ever, which is crazy because, we've had really good months on Amazon, and it's all because of viewers like you. So thank you. Check this out. It's in the description below. Let's get into the news. If you saw Dragon Age and what was going on with things, it is a worse woke nightmare than we ever even thought. This new YouTube channel confirmed it, showing that it's even worse than we imagined. We talked about this last week with the diversity, equity, and inclusion themes, alienating fans with immersion-breaking choices and narrative decisions that detract from what could have been an engaging RPG experience. Naturally, there's a lot of weird pronoun crap in here, and you can see this from the Bioware Discord. Can we choose our protagonist's pronouns? She, he, they. Yes, you can. That's right. Will gender identity of trans non-binary Rook be acknowledged in the game by other characters beyond pronouns? There are moments when you can disclose and discuss. However, disclosure remains the right of the individual, so you have to make the choice with yourself what your pronouns are. Oh, how exciting. A lot of romance options from the characters we know are locked behind DEI themes, and your characters have to be pansexual for them. Yay, how exciting. Not only that is the characters that Solas and Rook that people love were sidelined in the game. They just didn't want to bring them back because reasons, I guess. We saw that one of the Dragon Age writers posted that unless there's a really compelling reason to bring them back, we won't do it. It's like they're trying to hamstring themselves. Now, as a writer, I know you can make a really compelling reason to bring them back. That's literally your freaking job as a writer. That is what the story's all about. If I have a fan favorite character, and I get messages all the time about this, hey, I love this character, I try to give them a more prominent role because that's what my readers want. They should act like this towards their customers, but instead the people who write these modern games, do things for, quote, modern audiences, always want to redefine everything. Everything has to be year zero. Everything has to be completely new. It has to be theirs because they're taking these properties, and they know that they would never make a property that's going to make it on their own, and so this has to be their best effort work, and it has to reflect them, and that's exactly the problem that happens all the time. So we've seen this a lot. We've got Inquisitor, Inquisition, and choices. It's Mass Effect 3 again. According to a playtester from the previous game, is painted as corrupt when the Inquisition itself is playing a negligible role regardless of whether you disbanded it. Worse yet, the game's choices apparently don't matter, echoing disastrous finale of Mass Effect 3, where the illusion of choice left players with the same unsatisfying endings. Graphics and animation is Andromeda all over again. Gosh, the comparisons to Mass Effect are painful. That's not good because we know how bad Andromeda was. Apparently, tester feedback was ignored, and the Grey Warden decisions in the game are also based on identity politics. Yay, how exciting right here. Another adventure. Now, Endymion goes further as YouTuber Neon Knight got to play Dragon Age the Veilguard early. He got 7 hours worth, and he made some impressions on this again this week that it's not a game fans are looking for at all. And so first, the gameplay is described as God of War 2018 to a hit enemy, fill up rage meter, unleash attacks, rinse, repeat. He also said the game's story is closest to Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh no. That's really upsetting. So it's like a MCU Dragon Age. He said in terms of choices that you get to pick based on the previous games, you get 0 choices for Origins. 0 for Dragon Age 2 or 3 or Inquisition. Wow. 3 choices you get to pick are who your Inquisitor romanced, whether you disbanded an Inquisition or the Trespasser or not, and whether you vowed to stop Solus in the same downloadable content. That's it. The game feels like a soft reboot of the franchise, not to scare off potential new fans. Oh joy. Art direction feels very weird. Every character has abnormally large heads, and the game brings back legacy characters without your choices in tow, so they feel hollow. Neon Knight enjoyed the beginning of the companions when you get to talk to. This would be Nev, who he calls a Yennefer-like witch character. Harding and Varric are good too, but they're not new characters. Bellara is the quirky one. And he hated her, couldn't stand her. Lucanus felt edged off in terms of the rough elements, so he's brooding and looking, but has no grit to him. One moment into his 7 hours, the game felt dark, and it was 10 minutes long. Everything else was far too whimsical and goofy, not like Origins or Inquisitions at all, so I guess they're making it silly now. The game is very linear, according to a 7-hour gameplay session. Most gameplay has little to no player freedom. You just run forward. He said 99% of the time you feel like you're being funneled towards a destination with minimal exploration. That's never good for a game like this. That's the whole point of Dragon Age, is having that kind of open world experience. This sucks. 10, most player decisions mean and do nothing besides one single choice they had that makes it feel significant, but they can't say 100% because they obviously didn't play the entire game. This could mean nothing in due time. 11, you cannot play companions at all. Only Rook. You can give your companions some commands to use, but that's it. Combat feels fine, but nothing like you've never played before. And 12, overall, it doesn't feel or look or play anything like other games in the series. It feels like RPG light version of Dragon Age. Oh, that's so sad. So this is it. Very disappointing after 7 hours worth of gameplay, and that's a lot of crazy content that just confirms exactly what everybody's been saying over the last few days. Now, apparently the game is at number 13 on the Steam charts for pre-order. People are excited to some degree for it. It should be a little higher for a Dragon Age game, I think. It's not completely just dead in the water yet. People are going to look to play for this themselves because it is a Dragon Age game and people are interested in the Dragon Age property, but all signs are pointing to this being a woke disaster. So what I think is going to happen is there's going to be a modest, decent showing for the first week because Dragon Age has not completely destroyed itself as a brand like a lot of other games have, and then it's going to drop off as people realize that this game is completely a total disaster and nothing like the gameplay that you saw before from other games. So this is another problem where too many woke chefs got into the kitchen and messed with things, tried to change the design, change the feel, change everything. And it's another thing that gamers are going to end up rejecting as it does not do well in the long term. 2024 is the year that woke died. We saw this happen with so many other games, and it looks like Bioware and other companies are looking to double down on all of their choices rather than actually just do what gamers want. Is a sad thing, but couldn't happen to a nicer company. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please check out my first Steam and Country and its subsequent sequels. Grab the whole series. You're going to love how this builds up. It's in the description below. Thank you so much. We'll be back soon.